Recently, there have been some very positive developments at Kings Park Tennis Centre. The Cube are a disability group that have been coming to Kings Park Sports for a number of years. But recently, they have partnered with the Northants LTA for sessions at the tennis centre as part of the LTA's Open Court Project. We wanted to get a better idea of what these sessions consisted of and how the service users of the Cube were getting on with their newly honed tennis skills. So we caught up with Tom Stevenson from the Cube to find out more. Thanks for joining me today, Tom.
Nice to meet you. How you doing? Right.
So would you be able to introduce me to yourself and the Cube as a whole?
Yeah, so my name's Tom, so I oversee all projects here at the Cube Disability. We're a company that looks after adults and children with learning disabilities and autism across Northamptonshire. So we have 5 sites where we have various different disability, very different needs that we take care of every single day. And we also do various different activities every day in the centres. We also bring them out for various sporting activities, we go on trips, you name it, everything and anything we do.
That's brilliant. And how long has it been since the Cube have been using the Kings Park Centre?
We've been very lucky that we've got one of our centres only down the road in Kingsthorpe, so we've always been able to access Kings Park Tennis Centre and also the Sports Centre at the top as well, which has been fantastic for us. So we've been here a number of years now, on and off, but we haven't been able to establish a firm footing here. It's always been sort of ad hoc sessions until this year.
That's brilliant. And how long have the LTA funded sessions been going on here at Kings Park?
So the LTA sessions have been going on since December, which has meant we've been able to have two sessions every single week.
Brilliant.
Guaranteed, indoors, so nothing could stop us.
Rain or shine?
Rain or shine, every single session, every single week, indoors. So it really meant that for especially last few weeks, we've really seen the real benefit and the progression of all of our service users throughout the last few months.
So would you be able to talk me through a typical LTA session down here at the tennis centre?
So typically, we get everyone down in, we do a nice little warm-up, a heart raiser to get them moving around the court, just so as well they get used to their surroundings again. Then we'll do a lot of hand-eye coordination, some ball skills, body and ball activities, and then we'll get the rackets out, we'll do some target practice, and we generally have a focus on every session, a little bit of technique, looking at, but everyone's obviously slightly individual, so we're very lucky as well. We've also got some special kit from Lucy, which has been fantastic to make sure that everyone can access the same levels of activity, and also some special balls, VI balls as well, which has meant that everyone's always engaged, and it's been fantastic. So every session, we're very, very lucky, and all of this couldn't have been possible if we were not indoors. It makes all the difference without the wind, without the rain, that we can really just focus on the tennis.
So with initiatives like the Open Court Project as part of the LTA, how does that benefit groups like yourselves?
It just means that we can guarantee that we have sessions on every single week, and for all of our service users, it makes such a difference to know in the schedule what they're doing. They look forward to everything. It's always horrible when we have to cancel anything. That can cause a lot of stress and a lot of anxiety. Whereas if we've got it in the diary every single week, they know what's going on, we know what's going on, and we really see the benefit when we get on court.
Brilliant. Well, I think the work that you guys do here is fantastic, and long may it continue. Thanks for joining me today, Tom,
Cheers,
and we'll catch up soon. So now we wanted to find out more about the Open Court Initiative and the funding available for the Cube. So we spoke to Matt Elkington from the LTA to get us up to speed. So I'm here with Matt Elkington today from the LTA, that's the Lawn Tennis Association. Now, Matt, would you be able to introduce yourself and tell me a little bit more about what you do within the LTA?
So I'm the Disability Development Partner currently for the North and the Midlands, which really means that I oversee anything to do with disability and inclusion. At the moment, my kind of main driver and main way of making an impact in our sport against our strategy, which is Tennis Opened Up, is delivering the Open Court programme.
That's brilliant. That actually leads me nicely on to my next question, which was to ask about the Open Court Initiative, and if you could just sort of describe that in a little bit more detail.
So we work with anyone with learning disability or autism or neurodiversity, and we provide pathways all the way through to Special Olympics for those players as well. That makes up about 70% of our player base, if I'm honest, that audience. Since coming out of COVID, the program has kind of diversified itself in terms of reaching a wider audience. So we're not just thinking disability in those impairment groups anymore. We're looking at the whole nature of disability and or long-term health conditions. So we've also worked with a partner called Sense to deliver sensory tennis, and that's for people with multiple and profound disabilities. So we're taking tennis as far away from what you would see at Wimbledon as possible, but people are still playing the sport. And then also working with such partners like Parkinson's UK to develop a walk-in tennis offer for those people with long-term health conditions.
Would you be able to tell me more about the project that we have going on here at Kings Park Sports with the Cube Disability?
What Tom came to us with a proposal was, right, well, if I want to get them playing sport and physical activity, how do I get, and actually a lot of our adult day service sites, which is for anybody who doesn't know, it's for adults with a learning disability. Once they leave full-time education, they are set up with an opportunity to link into adult services that might be around health and recreation. It'll be sociable. There might be some craft and home skills that they'll learn at these spaces. But Tom is very driven to see a sport angle built into that. And obviously with his background being tennis, he's designed a weekly tennis program now where various groups from within the Cube are actually coming over to Kings Park to play tennis. And I was lucky enough to come down the other week to see it all in action. It's great to see.
Finally, why is it important that we push initiatives like this in the world of tennis?
Well, for us, the LTA strategy is all around, our title is Tennis Opened Up. And, if we're truly to open up our sport, from the outside, I think people that may not be tennis players may see it as a certain, for a certain person and a certain type of athlete. And we're trying to dispel those myths. And without programs like this and initiatives that are really focused on identifying and working with certain groups in society that we feel are underrepresented in our sport, then we'll never achieve that tennis opened up kind of feel.
Being able to provide a welcoming and inclusive centre is at the very heart of what we believe here at Kings Park Sports. We hope groups like the Cube will continue to bless our centre with their positivity and energy for many years to come. We'd like to give a huge thank you to Matt and Tom for allowing us their time to make this video today. If you'd like to know more about the work of the Cube or about the LTA's Open Court initiative, then please head to the links included below.